Good morning from Bobblehead Homestead. I am Jeff. Today is Sunday. It's about 60 degrees, bright and sunny, nice breeze. I think the high today is only going to be 62. Did get rain last night. It rained pretty good there for a few minutes, but not a huge major rain. Enough to loosen up the soil, which always helps me move fences. I want to rearrange this fence. Which one? That's the bachelor flock. I added 2 more roosters in there, so now I've got 9 roosters and cockerels in there. So I want to rearrange the fence, and also this brooder. Which brooder? That one's empty. I did have a flock in there, but I want to get this one ready for, wait, is that even back there? I don't know. Want to get it ready for baby chicks to come out of the mobile home, and to do that I want to get it closer to the electricity so that I can give them a heat lamp or a heat source in there. So alright, yeah, first up today is moving some fences. Okay, this fence is kind of in a, I don't know, it's sectioned off into 2 different flocks because I did have a flock in that small little brooder, but now they can all be in one area of fencing, and that'll give the roosters and cockerels more area. They can hide behind the brooders that are in their area and get out of sight of each other. And so anyway, it is time to rearrange the fences. I might try to go around that tree. I am not sure yet. I'll show you when I'm done, I guess. I have finished moving the fencing for the bachelor pad. It starts and ends right here. That is the energizer, and the power cord goes under that tub to the energizer, and so I can power the heater for that brooder. I still need to move that, but so the fence now goes all the way around this tree. Got some canna lilies over there, a couple blooms actually, but yeah, it goes all the way around that tree with all that brush, which there's tons of irises and lilies and daffodils and I don't know what else. And then it goes around. That's a good probably 6 feet at least gap between this flock and that flock, the fences. Alright, so they've got a nice new area, and they can run around this Papa Pepper garden bed with the lovely Malabar spinach. We're gonna have tons of seeds from that. The chickens eat the bottom, they don't get to the top though. Alright, so now I just need to move this brooder closer to the power source, and I will call this project done. Brooder moved close enough to the electricity. Had to scoot that one over a little bit, and I let all the roosters and cockerels out, and they are kind of chasing the new ones around, but they have plenty of escape routes, so you can see them. They can go through the little jungle over there, they can run around these brooders, and so that's gonna help with keeping the peace. Alright, project done. Heat lamp is hooked up and ready to go. I set that tin up. It was around this brooder, but I just kind of threw it in there. Another obstacle for them to for them to run around when they're getting chased. Yeah, sometimes roosters will be, you know, fight to the death type thing, but mine are a little bit more tame than the jungle variety, but they will still chase each other. Luckily, they lose interest when the other dude is out of sight. So as long as they got places to run and hide, And you're gonna make me a liar, aren't you? He is a white and true blue cockerel. I guess he's a rooster now. When were you? Yeah, you were like February's when I hatched you. Larry son. Got a bunch of Larry sons in here. Whoop. And that'll happen. And as long as there are, you know, multiple ones. So this dude got out of sight. He's an olivator. He was able to run out of sight. So somebody else got in their sights, so they decided to chase him, and it's just a big old smorgasbord of cockerels and roosters. I am happy about getting that project done. So it's like a fraternity house or something back there. We got nine roosters and cockerels. One thing I want to say about that is it is not just a good idea to throw two roosters in with each other. And 9 of them, you know, that's actually better than just putting 2 in together, because you're going to disperse the hostilities amongst them. What I have done is, luckily I had raised some of those younger cockerels with the older roosters, so the younger cockerels grew up in the same flock as the older roosters. So there were 5 of them that were living together already. And then I introduced, basically I introduced 4 more. So now I've got 9 cockerels in there. And so the 5 that had already lived together, you know, they're peaceful, but they're going to band together. And so the other 4, it looks like 3 of them are kind of still on the outskirts. One of them, I don't know, they all look alike. So maybe that helps. But that's one thing when putting roosters together, is there is no perfect formula. Ideally, you're going to put them next to each other so they're going to try to fight through the fencing. So you got to have 2 fences. But, you know, get them at least familiar with each other. And, you know, over a period of time, then even then, when you merge them together, there's still going to be some fighting. One thing I would advise against is not put 2 alpha roosters in a situation like this. 2 roosters that had their own flock with their own hens. You know, if I were to take, you know, Dragonberry out of his and Larry out of his and put them into one, that's a recipe for disaster there. So in here there was only 1 alpha rooster, and there were 4 others that had grown up in his flock, and so there was only 1 alpha rooster that I put into this fraternity group, and I think that helps a little bit. Another thing that helps a little bit is some of the others that I put in there are still younger cockerels, and the younger cockerels, they may look full size, but they're still growing, and they don't have that confidence yet. So they are not going to try to fight the alpha rooster at this point. And the alpha rooster is not going to view them as a threat at this point. So it's different putting a cockerel that may be 4 or 5 months old in with an alpha type rooster. That is a different scenario than taking another alpha rooster from another flock and putting the 2 alpha roosters together. Don't get me started on this. So no blood today that I saw. There was some chasing around. They've got plenty of room and plenty of obstacles, so that, you know, the chase may last 3 seconds, but they can run around a tree or run around a brooder or run around the coop and get out of harm's way. And so that should work for a while. I've only done something like this once before, and so it worked pretty well then. I have not lost a rooster to, you know, a rooster on rooster fight yet, so I'm hopefully doing something okay there. All right, there were something oh yeah, I've got baby chicks hatching. It looks like 5 out of 8 eggs have hatched so far. In one incubator, I only had 2 eggs in the other incubator, and I don't think those are going to hatch. But 5 out of 8 so far, so tomorrow I will be moving them out into one of my brooders. Well, not out. I will be moving them into the mobile home. Got one of those plastic totes that I cleaned out today, so I'm getting that ready to move the baby chicks out of the cabin into the mobile home tomorrow. Let's see. Yeah, once upon a time, I said my goal is to get 300 chickens by the end of the year, and I think that was a lie. I don't think I'm going to get there, and there's a few reasons for that. One of them is I was hoping to get more baby chicks from Deer Run when I got all those Welsumers. So I was hoping to get 30 more baby chicks there. So that put a dent into my goal. And another dent into my goal is there's been a lot more demand for baby chicks this month than I thought there was going to be. So like some of those baby chicks that I rehomed the other day, I had been planning on just raising those up and offering the pullets, the females that are about ready to lay in the spring. That was my plans for those, but there's still a lot of demand for baby chicks right now. So those got rehomed, and the ones that are hatching right now, those will probably be rehomed here very quickly also. So a bunch of chicks that I thought I was going to raise until basically till they started laying, yeah, they've been rehomed. So that dropped my numbers pretty big. And yeah, so those are the two main things. Another thing is I was planning on hatching a lot more eggs than I'm going to be able to. None of my white and true blues are laying right now. Really, the Welsumer hens are the only ones laying right now. And so I'm just hatching their eggs. So I don't have as many eggs to hatch. So that's another reason why I won't get to 300. Well, I might get to 250. I think I'm at 230 right now. And we'll see how many of those baby chicks go out the door there. I am not advertising them at all. I'm just, waiting for somebody. Somebody will put a post up that, hey, I've got a broody mama. I need some baby chicks that are, less than a week old. And I can respond to people looking. And that's all I've needed to do at this point to get a bunch of those baby chicks rehomed without much effort on my part, so that's cool. Speaking of baby chicks, I went into Russellville the other day and we met at the Atwoods there. And while I was there, somebody recognized me from my YouTube channel. That's always pretty cool, but this one was extra cool. I think this is the third time that's ever happened where somebody has recognized me from YouTube. Just here, Walmart and Atwoods and Russellville, and they're like, well, hey, what are you doing in this part of Arkansas? Selling baby chicks. But it was very cool to meet with them. They'd seen me on YouTube, but they've seen the other channels that are actually, doing a lot more homesteading and farming type stuff than I'm able to do. So we had a great long conversation there outside of Atwoods, and they were they were kind of a fan of mine, but now I'm a big fan of theirs after that great conversation. They got into the whole Joel Salatin and the pastured poultry, and so they're doing that now themselves, and they're here in Arkansas. And then they're doing value added, where making other products besides just selling a whole chicken. Is they are also using the chicken and making other products, so value adding to that. And so we were able to talk about Joel Salatin and some of the other YouTube channels and farms here in Arkansas, and that was just, man, it's great meeting up with somebody, and it's like each other already, and so it's just great because we're like-minded and interested and enjoy learning the same things. And so yeah, that's cool. Hopefully I can hook up with them and learn more about what they're doing and share it. And if they've got any product to sell, I would be happy to share it with any of my viewers here in Arkansas. So that was really cool, meeting a fan, so to speak. I'm their big fan. What else can I tell you? So I lied about the 300 chicks by the end of the year. Being the best chicken breeder in Arkansas, I lied about that. That was just me, talking out of my mouth. There are the best. That is a subjective term, so I can consider myself the best, but that nobody else might. I don't even know what I would consider the best chicken breeder. there's a Buckeye breeder here in my county that's a national champion, and so there are people that have been doing it their entire lives, and I'm never going to make it to their level. I'm not going to live long enough for that. But what I can be the best that I can be. And maybe I'll be the best whiting true blue breeder in Arkansas, or maybe Welsumers, or olive egg, something like that. Maybe I'll be the best in something like that. But I have no delusions that I'm going to be the best chicken breeder in Arkansas. That's big money. A lot of people would consider the competitions. Whoever wins the competitions, they're the ones that are going to be the best, and that's an aspect of chicken breeding that I really don't have any interest in, is all the shows. And there are national shows well, there are a few different national shows. I think there's one in Ohio, there was one in Oklahoma not long ago, but I'm just not interested in that kind of stuff. That's a lot of money, a lot of travel. You're paying special attention to those, show chickens are not going to be in my hoop coops running around, because they'll be muddy and dirty, and you want to keep them in pristine conditions, so that they look great for the shows, and that's just not something I'm interested in. Maybe my customers will be able to represent my lines at the different shows for me, and provide me with feedback on what the judges are saying, and stuff like that. So maybe in the future I might do some. I don't know. Then there are local shows you can go to, like county fairs and stuff like that. That might be something I have fun with. The person I got the Morans flocks from, they did the local county fair, and got ribbons and stuff like that, and so that might be something that would be fun. But none of these national shows, traveling around the country, and that's not my style, and it's also not in my budget. All right, what else can I tell you? I do not know. It's just been a beautiful weekend here. It's starting to get a little bit chilly, so it is time for me to wrap it up for today. I got the Fraternity brothers all situated, and tomorrow I do want to move some more fencing, but we'll get to that. And I also want to move the baby chicks into their new brooder tomorrow, so some things are on tap for tomorrow, it looks like. Thanks for watching. Hope your weekend was as beautiful and great as mine was. I might get a nap in today before dark. And even if I don't, I think everybody, if these guys don't make it in their coop, they're on their own for tonight. That's all I got to say about that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for this awesome opportunity, and take it easy, everybody.